Vernon God Little, the debut novel by D.B.C. Pierre, originally released in 2003, presents a darkly humorous tale centered around Vernon Little, a teenager residing in a Texan small town. The narrative unfolds in the aftermath of a tragic school shooting, orchestrated by Vernon's best friend, resulting in the deaths of 16 students before he took his own life. Despite Vernon's innocence and lack of awareness regarding his friend's intentions, the townsfolk relentlessly seek someone to blame, turning their accusatory gaze towards him. Exploring themes of societal obsession with fame, the repercussions of tragedy, and the quest for justice, Vernon God Little received widespread acclaim for its unconventional approach to weighty subjects. It garnered prestigious accolades such as the Man Booker Prize for Fiction, the Bollinger-Wodehouse Everyman Prize for Comic Fiction, and the first novel award in the Whitbread Awards. The novel has since been adapted into 2 stage plays, one of which earned a nomination for the Laurence Olivier Award for Best New Play, and is currently in development for a film adaptation helmed by acclaimed director Werner Herzog. The story begins with the upheaval in Vernon Little's life following the horrific events in Martirio, Texas, where his friend Jesus Navarro committed the atrocious act before taking his own life. Despite Vernon's alibi and cooperation with authorities, doubts persist among the community, exacerbated when his mother's confidant, Palmyra, whisks him away, leading to suspicions of flight. Matters worsen when a supposed CNN reporter, Eulalia Lally Ledesma, exploits Vernon's mother and tarnishes his reputation with sensationalist media coverage, ultimately resulting in his incarceration for a psychiatric evaluation. During his session with Dr. Goossens, the court-appointed psychiatrist, Vernon experiences inappropriate behavior, prompting him to abruptly leave despite the potential consequences for his release from jail. Yet, Dr. Goossens, with ulterior motives, surprisingly does not oppose Vernon's compelling case for release during the hearing, under the condition that Vernon attends regular sessions with him thereafter. Feeling increasingly isolated, Vernon faces further betrayal from Lally, who manipulates Mr. Knuckles into incriminating Vernon during an interview. Despite Dora's susceptibility to Lally's influence, inviting her into their inner circle, Vernon discovers a search party plans to comb Keeter's field where he hid his rifle, prompting him to rush to the location ahead of them. En route, Vernon encounters a stranger who exposes Lally's deceit and provides him with Lally's neglected mother's contact information. Though Vernon's anger impedes his attempt to leverage this revelation, Lally eventually vacates the premises, seeking refuge with her acquaintance Leona before things escalate further. In an attempt to establish stability, Vernon seeks employment, but his plans unravel when his hidden rifle is discovered, leading him to extort money from a local deviant before fleeing to San Antonio. After missing a session with Goossens, Vernon evades capture by skipping town, reaching out to his crush Taylor for support. However, Taylor, who happens to be Leona's niece and acquainted with Lally, deceives Vernon into confessing to murder through manipulation and deception. Disillusioned, Vernon escapes to Mexico, where he encounters Pelayo, a truck driver, who transports him to the beach resort of Acapulco. It's there, on his 16th birthday, that Vernon's hopes for financial aid from Taylor are dashed when she arrives in person, coercing him into a false confession amidst his confusion and vulnerability. Lally manipulates Taylor into believing that Vernon is responsible for a series of murders across Texas. Consequently, after Vernon unwittingly confesses, Lally's associates seize him and hand him over to federal marshals. Following a summer in Harris County lockup, Vernon faces a televised trial, placing his trust in the justice system to unveil the truth. During the trial, Vernon's lawyer exposes Dr. Goossens' illicit actions, discrediting his testimony. Despite proof of Taylor and Lally's deceit, Vernon's defense weakens when Pelayo fails to provide an alibi from his time in Mexico. Though Vernon hopes for Knuckles' testimony to exonerate him, Knuckles, convinced of Vernon's involvement, betrays him. Ultimately, Vernon is acquitted of the murders, but convicted for his role in the school shooting. Sentenced to death row, he becomes part of a macabre reality show orchestrated by Lally, where viewers vote on convicts' executions. Amidst his imprisonment, Vernon befriends a former axe murderer turned preacher who offers solace, asserting that Vernon possesses a divine essence. Surviving numerous votes, Vernon faces imminent execution until he orchestrates a plan to expose Lally's conspiracy, implicating Goossens and Knuckles as pedophiles. Just moments before his scheduled execution, Vernon receives a pardon, sparing him from lethal injection. As the book concludes, Vernon embarks on a vacation to Mexico with Ella, one of the few classmates who believed in his innocence, marking a return to normalcy in his life. D.B.C. Pierre, originally Peter Finlay, an Australian-born author residing in Ireland, achieved acclaim with his debut novel, although he has authored several subsequent works and received accolades such as the James Joyce Award from the Literary and Historical Society of University College Dublin. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.